Hey guys, this is Eddo. I'm gonna try something new. I'm gonna review board games. So this is my first one. It's called Diced Veggies. I just picked it up the other day and played it a little bit. It is kind of fun. It is pretty fun actually. So it's let's see here, let's see here. It says 1 to 4 players, age 6 and up, and it takes about 30 minutes. And it's pretty easy to learn. So we'll get started. All right, so in the box they have it starts off with some instructions. They're really easy to learn. There's just a few steps, and everything comes with what you see right here. So, and then there's also instructions for a solo mode, which is what I tried out last night, and it's a lot of fun. All right, and in the box we have 2 packs of cards. There are the recipe cards and the hype cards. Uh, there are a couple ways to play. There are there is the solo mode that I mentioned, and then there's also like a simple version that you can play without the hype cards. Hype cards are really just for combos, and they help boost your score at the end of the game. Also in the box there are a bag of dice. Each color represents a certain ingredient to help make recipes. They also give you a frame to put together in the box, and that helps frame up the dice, like in billiards. All right, and also we have chef tokens. These are like wild cards. You have the dice one. This can change your dice outcome to any roll that you would like. And then this one is ingredients. That one also you can change to any ingredient you want. And they have this cool little meat cleaver, and it's to help cut apart the dice in the block. We'll go over that when we're playing. All right, so the game starts with the recipe cards. You put down 3 cards. I have to push this deck over just a little bit. So those are starting 3 recipes that everyone can choose from, and then every player gets 2 cards. So let's see here. What are our 2 cards? We have these things. And also pay attention to the stars. Those are all the scores that we'll be adding up later at the end of the game. So right here we have our ingredients. These are the dice that we need to cut away from the block when we set that up. So each turn, normally in the more complex game, you're supposed to cut away dice that equal up to 10 or less. But we're gonna play a simple version where we're only cutting away 3 dice per turn. Next, we have the dice. So you just go ahead and throw this right into the tray there. We're playing in like a version where the numbers really don't matter on here. They kind of do, but they don't. Also, oh, I forgot. You're also supposed to take away 1 of each color. This is for the solo version of the game only that you have to do this. Normally, all the dice go in there. So then you shuffle around. Let me move that bag out of the way. So we shuffle that around just like in billiards, get it all straight. All right, and we'll do it like that. Or let's bring it a little bit closer over here. So we'll do it like that. And then the other dice, you just put in a cardboard in the bottom of the box, and that'll be for rolling. That'll be for the trimming part of the solo game. So here are our recipes. Here's our little meat cleaver, and you just get started. So we're gonna cut away 3 blocks, and looks like our best options might be right here, because we can get the tomato, we can get the carrot, and we get the mushroom off of one. So maybe we'll be trying to go for that chicken dish right here for the first. So put that in our little loot right there. And then to continue on, you then choose a card, but since I have 2 already, I cannot have more than 2, so I will keep the 2, and I'm going to skip the card phase, and then we move on to the trimming phase. So trimming is when you take the dice, you roll them, and then you just find one that's in the block here that matches what we have in this box. So let's see. There is a red 4 down there. Should we go for that, or should we go for that onion 2? There's a few onion 2s that we could just kind of take out of there, I think. So let's do that. So let's take this one out. That's trimmed from the block. So what that means is you have your frame, and you put that somewhere on the table, and all your discarded dice go into that frame. That's for when it's time to resupply, and you do that when the block doesn't have all the colors. So if you're missing one color from the block, then it's time to resupply. All right, so now it's time to start the new round, or it's time to start the turnover again. So we find 3 blocks that we want to cut away, 3 or less. So let's see what we can cut away. Also, in order to cut, I'm not sure exactly how it's supposed to be, but it said you're not supposed to angle it. So I think you're only supposed to cut like horizontal or so horizontal or vertical. I get my latitudes all mixed up. All right. So, anyways, let's choose the tomato, and maybe we'll go with these guys. I'm supposed to disturb the rest of the dice. So this is what I cut away. And you're also not supposed to have more than 8 dice in your collection. So we should have enough here. These are the dice that I have. So I have 2 tomatoes. I have 1 mushroom. I have 1 onion. Or there's no onion in that order, but we have carrot right here. So what we do is we take the dice that we want to spend, and throw that into to our discard. So now I'm left with 2 dice. I have a tomato and an onion, and I'll save that for my next order. So now that we've completed this order, we flip that over, and at the end of the game, all the completed recipes that we've done will count towards our score at the end. right, so to end the game, you reach 3 resupplies or restockings. It's called restocking. I've been butchering it the whole time. No pun intended. Um, and now it's time to count the score on how many completed recipes you have. So you look at the stars, count those all up, and you will get your score. So let's see how I did. All right, and that's my score. Try the game out and see how you do. You can also play with other people.